Remember that story or poem or journal entry you wrote in the 9th grade? You know, that one about the boy or the girl that broke your heart, or the best friend who abandoned you. Remember how much of a victim you made yourself out to be? How much of a selfless, put-upon saint you were in the wake of these angel-faced, demon-souled Iscariots, these baby killers that you drew as so vicious and one-dimensional? Now, imagine if at the time you had $6 million to bring that vision to life. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just entered The Room. The Room begins with its alpha and omega, director, producer, writer, and goblin, Tommy Wiseau, playing raven-haired Romeo Johnny, whose last name I assume is Bezo, coming home to the beautiful, attractive, sexy chest of his longtime lady Lisa, who just can't make it in the fast-paced world of computers.
You're right. The computer business is too competitive.
Their sex life is beastly, a gauzy soft porn wonderland of candelabras and rose petals, so depending on your personal preferences, you'll either nod or scoff when Lisa confesses to her cosmopolitan mother that she just doesn't love him anymore.
I don't love him anymore. He's so boring.
To fill the Fabio-shaped hole in her heart, Lisa logically turns to Tommy's best friend Mark, who acquiesces even though he's very busy.
Look, we'll talk about it later. I told you I'm very busy.
Along the way, we meet a colorful cast of Pointless, from dead-eyed Denny to the pathetic psychologist Peter. But this is the Wiseau Show, and don't you forget it. Johnny's sainthood is put on display at every opportunity.
Johnny wanted to adopt Denny. When Denny turned 18, Johnny found him a little apartment here in this building, and he's paying for it until he graduates from school.
He's a loving caretaker with a penchant for extravagant gifts, the favorite customer of every establishment he enters.
You're my favorite customer. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Wiseau offers not one reason for Lisa's infidelity besides her status as a soul-sucking spider slut. But don't take it from me.
Johnny's my best friend.
He's your best friend.
Johnny's my best friend.
Mark's his best friend.
He provides for you.
We're worried about Johnny.
He's very sensitive.
Johnny is part of our family.
You know that Johnny's like your father.
I love you and Johnny.
And he told me he plans to buy you a house.
That's why he's so boring.
Johnny is overwhelmingly defined by his virtues. Every supporting character, on the other hand, is defined by their flaws. Lisa's treachery, Mark's weakness, Denny's neediness, Peter's pussiness, Claudette's cancer.
I definitely have breast cancer.
What we need to keep in mind is that Tommy Wiseau wrote all of this for himself, with no irony. I find this fascinating because as most writers get older, their doppelgangers usually go into an opposite direction, veering into self-hate and deprecation, an exploration of their failures and weaknesses. The Room is so engaging because Wiseau, the godhead of this film, has deified himself to such a comic extent, going so far as to blow his brains out at the end so the villains will learn the error of their ways. What kind of life has Tommy Wiseau lived that he could still see himself as such a put-upon, flawless person? Don't we all hate ourselves by that age? Wiseau seems to bask in this perpetual youth, a state of arrested adolescence where 15 is old, where sex looks like a Skinamax movie you taped off your parents' cable, where drugs and cancer are buzzwords instead of complex, destructive death shrouds. Wiseau touts The Room as a film about understanding life. But we love The Room because it doesn't understand life. We embrace it in all of its idiotic misconceptions about the human experience. It's a breath of fresh air to see something that is so disconnected from reality. Think about it. If you had $6 million to make any film you wanted, what would you make? Because Tommy Wiseau made this.
A Perfect World.
These are for you.
Thanks, honey. They're beautiful.
A Perfect Life.
I would do anything for my girl. I love you, Lisa.
I love you, Johnny.
He provides for you. Darling, you can't support yourself.
I don't love him anymore. He didn't get his promotion. And he got drunk last night. And he hit me.
It's not true. I did not hit her. Well, maybe you should have a girl, Mark. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I have one already. I don't know yet. We can't do this anymore. Johnny's my best friend. This will be our secret.
Don't worry. You can trust me.
We are expecting!
I'm your future husband.
You sure about that?
Please talk to me, please!
You're having an affair with Lisa, aren't you?
I need more from life than what Johnny can give me.
She's a sociopath. She can't love anyone.
There is no baby. I told him that to make it interesting.
Oh, she's such a manipulative witch.
You're hurting yourself. You're hurting our friendship.
I treat you like a princess, and you stab me in the back. You are tearing me apart, Lisa! Hey, Danny.
Where's my money, Danny?
Put the gun down.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Just shut up.
Hey! Stop! Fed up with this world.
The Room, a film with the passion of Tennessee Williams, directed by Tommy Wiseau. The best movie of the year. Experience this quirky new black comedy. It's a riot.